In this video I'm gonna talk about the build that is equally good for any in-game activity. You can use it in PvP, PVE, for hunting. It doesn't matter whether you are playing with free aiming or auto aiming, you can still use this build and use it pretty effectively. This build is a perfect choice for you if you don't have enough money to buy different ability cards and you can afford only one setup, or if you are too lazy to switch ability cards and weapon between activities, just like me, because I'm lazy and I'm pretty much using this build all the time. I'm gonna explain all the ability cards and weapon choices, and at the end of the video we're gonna calculate how much money it would cost to make this balanced build. Weapon choice first. We are using roll and block rifle with the mid scope as a main weapon, bow as a secondary weapon, and dual sawed-off shotguns. With this weapon setup we can effectively control any distance in PvP or in PvE. For longer distances we are using roll and block, of course. For mid-range it's a bow, and if enemy somehow will get close to us, we're gonna switch to sawed-off shotguns and just destroy him. If we are hunting, we should replace one of our main weapons with a varmint rifle, otherwise we won't have an option to kill these medium-sized animals like rabbits and birds without ruining the pelt quality. Let's talk about the ability cards now. So the first one is Painted Black. It's extremely balanced card, I mean it's good for pretty much any in-game activity. It's very useful for hunting when you are using bow or varmint rifle against birds, for example. To be honest, it's the only Deadeye ability card that can be called useful for hunting. It's good in PvP and in PvE. With this ability card you can hit your opponents with the bow from the long distances, and to be honest, without Painted Black it's kinda hard to hit your opponents with the bow at all, because arrows has some flying time, and if your opponent will move you just gonna miss them. It's especially true for a free aiming. Painted Black is also extremely good for a dual saved-off shotguns, because with this ability card you will just crush anyone who will get to a distance of 12 steps or closer to you, but without this ability card, especially in a free aim lobbies, it's gonna be not so easy. I still believe that Slippery Bastard is the superior choice for PvP, but only if you're playing against good and experienced players. If you're playing against new players, then you will have much more frags using Painted Black. It's just a faster way to kill anyone. Plus, if you're using Slippery Bastard, you will have to spend a lot of money on tonics, which is not necessarily true for a Painted Black. By the way, bow with the Painted Black ability is extremely strong, especially in free aiming when you're playing on a mouse and a keyboard, because you can mark your targets with insane range and you are killing with one shot to the head from any distance. The next ability card is the Strange Medicine. Of course, if we are talking about the balanced build, we should have some abilities for PvE, and it's the best ability for PvE because you will have a lot of healing. Strange Medicine is also kinda useful for PvP, but not really that much with this particular build, because just like any Painted Black build, it's all about kill or die. It's not like you're gonna benefit too much from healing during the fight, and if the fight is over, then you would probably have to drink a tonic anyways. But still, it's not completely useless, and sometimes it would help you to win the fight. Next ability card is a Sharpshooter. Since our main weapon is a roll and block rifle, we want this extra damage reduction while we are scoping, and we need this extra damage to make sure that we're killing with one body shot using some special armor like Express or High Velocity. But with this ability we can even use regular armor and still make one body shot kills. Not always, but in the most cases. Actually, that's why in this balanced build I'm using roll and block rifle, not the Gargano. Because we have more damage and we can be sure that we will make one body shot kills with only one damage ability card, since for a balanced build we cannot really afford using 2 damage ability cards. And the last ability card is Never Without One. It gives you a little bit of advantage in PvE, but of course the main reason why we are using it is PvP, because Never Without One will protect you from many one-shot kills. It gives you enough of a damage reduction to protect you from one body shot kill with Carcano, Express Ammo and 2 damage ability cards, and that's a setup that many people are using nowadays. Plus, if you're wearing a hat, and you absolutely have to wear a hat with this ability card, it sometimes will protect you from a headshot and give you enough time to make your own shot. Not too often, but it's still better than nothing.
That's what she said!
So this build is really good for any form of PvE or for hunting, and in PvP we gonna crush slippery bastard users, lose to a painted black users with fast weapons like dual Mausers, and we'll have a little bit of a disadvantage against slow and steady users because they have just a little bit more of damage reduction. But overall this build is extremely balanced in PvP. You can use it against high level players, against low level players, and very effectively. And also it's fine for a free roam PvP, especially since at any time you can switch to an explosive ammo and just crush the slow and steady tonic abusers. Let's see how much money do we need to create this maxed balanced build for each in-game situation. We need $756 for weapons, plus $70 for a Warmint rifle, and 3.6k for ability cards. Yes, ability cards are extremely expensive. So for a 4.4k dollars you are getting this balanced setup that is good for pretty much any situation. I think it's a fair price. Of course, changing some ability cards or weapons for specific situation can give you extra advantage, but if we are talking about one build for anything, that's my choice, and I'm pretty sure that that's the most balanced setup. Please let me know in the comments what do you think about this build, and maybe you would change some ability or weapon and we can discuss it there. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. See ya. Goodbye.